The Cowboys and the Giants played last night on Sunday Night Football, and the Cowboys won 20-13. I want to tell you what I saw between the Cowboys and the Giants. I saw a really bad Giants team. I saw a Giants team that just, bad defense, bad offensive line play. And I had two thoughts watching the Cowboys-Giants game last night. Surprising thoughts. One of them was surprising. One of them is something I've been harping on for a long time. The first one is this. Eli Manning doesn't suck. Eli Manning actually played really great. He just didn't have a lot of help around him. The other thought is one I've been saying for a long time. The Giants should have drafted Sam Darnold, or really any quarterback. They should have drafted a quarterback because it was apparent last night, the Giants aren't good enough to turn this around in 2 years and take advantage of Eli Manning's last remaining years in the NFL. Eli Manning can still play, but his team isn't good enough to win around him. That is like a punch in the gut if you're a Giants fan. The Giants should have drafted a quarterback and entered a total rebuild mode. They didn't. They committed to Eli Manning. It appears like a mistake. Now, the Giants aren't very good, but that is not Eli Manning's fault. I want to very clearly reiterate that. I owe Eli Manning and all the people who supported Eli Manning an apology. I was wrong. Against the Cowboys, Eli Manning played really well. Eli Manning showed, he can still play quarterback at a really high level in the NFL. The problem is Eli Manning does not have the help that he needs. I was wrong. Eli Manning, I think, can still win games in the NFL. He just can't do it with the Giants. He cannot win with the Giants' offensive line. I watched Carson Palmer, A Football Life, last night. I laid in bed, watched it on YouTube. Near the end of Carson Palmer's career, everybody was ready for him to retire. Everybody said, Carson Palmer's done. He's got to leave. And Cincinnati walked away from him. Cincinnati traded him away to the Raiders. Carson Palmer's side of that story was, I wasn't getting the help I deserved, that I wanted. I kept going to the owner. He kept refusing to give me what I wanted. He asked to be traded. He got traded to the Raiders. Lo and behold, a couple years later, Carson Palmer found himself in Arizona, had a resurgence in his career and played really well. And the point is this, people called for an end to Carson Palmer's career far too early. He had good football left in him, and he wasn't getting the help he needed either in Cincinnati or in Oakland. It is the exact same thing with Eli Manning. People often criticize Eli Manning for his lack of mobility. That is a stupid argument. I think I've even been a victim of believing that. Eli Manning does not need to run outside the pocket. Tom Brady doesn't run around and get outside the pocket. Drew Brees doesn't run to the outside of the pocket. They slide in the inside of the pocket. They step up. They move around within the pocket. Eli Manning can do that, except he can't in New York. He could if he had a good offensive line, but he does not have a good enough offensive line. Last night against the Cowboys, Eli Manning was constantly under pressure. He was sacked 6 times. And it wasn't, so Jimmy Garoppolo got sacked 6 times. It's because he was holding on to the football too long. No, Eli Manning never had a chance on most plays. His offensive line kept missing assignments. It wasn't because they were getting beat physically. They just missed blocks. They would go to block the wrong guy. They'd let a guy go free in Eli Manning's face. It was very, very poor offensive line play. Eli Manning doesn't suck. Now, he's not Aaron Rodgers, but Eli Manning could still win games in the NFL if he had the help he needed on the offensive line. Against the Cowboys last night, Eli Manning was 33 for 44, had 279 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. And what's more incredible is he did all of that while being sacked 6 times. Yes, he had a fumble, but again, he was sacked 6 times. He had a guy in his face almost every play. He rarely had a chance, but when he did, he played really well. He threw back shoulder throws. He looked really good on play action. He threw the ball well down the sideline. Eli Manning can still play. That's what I saw last night against the Cowboys. Eli Manning's not a bum. He could win if he had the help he deserved. If he went to the Jaguars, he could win games. The problem is Eli Manning is not given the offensive line he needs. He is not being given the help he deserves in order to win games in New York. As long as that offensive line does not get better in New York, Eli Manning cannot win, and it's not his fault. I was wrong, and it's disappointing. Eli Manning has good football left in him, and the Giants are squandering it because their offensive line is not any good. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my show, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my pride and joy. I'm very proud of it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, or you can find more shorter breakout videos like the one you just watched. And if you like what I had to say, maybe you hate what I had to say, share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.